scared of me. I don't know what it is, man. What y'all scared of? The big bad C-No. I just dropped my cousin off at the airport. Going back home. Came out. Visit the fam. I haven't seen him since he was like maybe 23 years ago. Maybe that long. It's really been a long time since I seen him. So a lot of them finally got to check me out and see me. They ain't seen me around for a minute. So yeah, it was all love. Seeing fam again, man. What's up, Tony? 2 times, man. I hope your family had a blessed holiday. You and your fam. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, this is what this video is about. This is why they scared.
In 2 miles, use the right lanes to take exit 45B for I-4 East toward Orlando.
Because I was exposing them. Because the agenda was they was promoting the women and not the men. They don't promote the father. Back in the day when David Stern was there, they promoted daddies. Hell, they don't even promote Dale Curry and Steph Curry. They want to show Steph Mama. Dolores Jordan didn't get any attention until Mr. Jordan died. She was quiet. Michael Jordan's father got everything. Now here's the news. Why all these people were sitting around tripping and coming up with all these crazy innuendos and all this craziness, right? The league is full of propaganda, and Kwame Brown was pointing that out in his video. This new movement of promote the woman, and the woman's always right. And that was good that he was pointing that out because it needed to be.
In half a mile, use the right lanes to take exit 45B for I-4 East toward Orlando.
They don't understand. That's the way it was supposed to go. That's the way the NBA was shifting. Anything pro-woman, WNBA.
Use the right lanes to take exit 45B.
WNBA, and all the failures of the WNBA is because of women. The women ain't supporting it. So that's the problem that they're having. They made it for women and women ain't supporting it. But they don't want to say that. So that's the agenda. They blaming the man. If some don't work, blame the man. But it's like, wait a minute. What are we blaming the man for? This is a woman's sport. It's not a man's sport. So the agenda is pushed to just blame the men. So when Draymond Green was speaking up, he was speaking and telling the truth. Like,
in half a mile, use the left lane to take exit 2 toward East Brandon.
Don't do that. Like, don't sit there and throw the men under the bus when nobody supports the WNBA than NBA players. And that's true. The NBA players, the men, they actually support the WNBA.
Use the left lane to take exit 2.
So it's like they are all in. They've given up money for their salaries. They've done all of this stuff to support the WNBA.
Continue for 2 miles.
It's not their place to do that. They don't have to. So what are they doing it for? It is not their job to promote the WNBA. That's the NBA's job to promote it. And they're trying to use the stardom of the players to support the WNBA, but they do it out of love because the women support them and all that. Like, come support us. They're like, sure, we'll do it. But the women like to watch men play basketball because a lot of them are attracted to men. men who play basketball don't really watch women that play basketball. Why? Because the women just don't do the same thing as the men. Now, I'll watch some games if it's interesting, but a lot of the gameplay isn't that great. But the agenda is men is the problem. No, men ain't.
In half a mile, merge onto Florida 618 Toll East, Selman Expressway.
Yeah, the main problem is not men. The main problem is women don't support it, and the NBA won't call it out.
Merge onto Florida 618 Toll East, Selman Expressway, then use the right lane to take exit 11.
So they're playing dirty games over here with me. This is what I was finna say in the video that they didn't want to even point out.
Use the right lane to take exit 11, then keep right at the fork.
Now, here's the problem that most people don't understand. These people don't really care about who's who and what's
Keep
what.
right at the fork.
They don't understand anything. Like, most of these people are oblivious to the game of basketball. And some of the people that play it are just as mindless as anybody you can ever imagine.
Continue on US 41
Now,
south for 7 miles.
What I mean by that is you got people who have agendas they have to follow. Like the basketball player known to the world as Gilbert Arenas, who used to play for the Washington Wizards. Gilbert Arenas is a player who was a great offensive talent. Now he's just somebody who says shit for views. So you cannot take him seriously on anything that he says because it's moronic. It's actually moronic. This man sat there and did an interview with, first of all, with FYF Sports Debate. That to even sit down and debate somebody like that just shows you the level of mindset that person is at, right? So you sit down with another ass kisser who knows nothing about the game. That's perfect for him because now he knows anything he says is going to be considered the holy grail. So he says LeBron James was smarter than all of his coaches. This is what Gilbert Arenas says. LeBron James was smarter than all of his coaches. He's smarter than all the... Name a coach. So he was smarter than Paul Silas. He was smarter than Mike Brown. He was so damn smart that when he lost the NBA Finals in 2011, he was pulled to the side by Shane Battier and said, you don't understand what they're doing to you, do you? You can't really read defenses, can you? Have you ever watched film? But he's smarter than the coaches, but he can't read defenses. Explain that one, Gilbert Arenas. See, this is what I'm talking about. People who just talk because they want to be heard and they want to kiss ass so much that they're going to do anything possible. Say anything that comes to mind. This is how they operate. Straight up and down. I kid you not. I'm dead serious. I kid you not. This is how they operate. 24-hour nonsense. LeBron James, the 80s players, there was no top 10, there was no GOAT in the 80s. They didn't use stupidity and words like GOAT. They didn't have to do that. They did not have to tell you who was the greatest player of all time. They didn't have to preach that to you over and over again so you can believe it because they're saying it. People were smart enough to know who were the great players in the league. Magic and Bird was carrying the league. They knew Wilt Chamberlain was a problem. They knew Kareem was great. They knew that. The game dictated who was the greatest. Other players knew Michael Jordan was a problem. Okay, so they didn't have to go around and preach it. They didn't have to preach to Kobe Bryant. Yo, Kobe Bryant.
In 800 feet, make a U-turn.
Hold on. Come on, man. It's foolery. All of this foolery going on.
Turn right onto South Tamiami Trail, US Highway 41 South. Continue on South Tamiami Trail for 5 miles.
Yeah, there's so much foolery going on. That was the thing that got me, is that if you're gonna be stupid, be stupid. But if you're gonna be right, then be right. I can't drive out here in Florida pretty much. Not at night. I kinda can, but when you go way out, like I just went way out. You kinda all over the place. But that's what I'm saying. It's so much foolery going on. Right. You got Dr. J, you got Larry, you got everybody who was considered the greatest player in the game. Whoever was the MVP, that was considered the greatest player in the game at that time. And they did say that if you watch the games, Mr. Arenas, they said, oh, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, 2 of the best in the game. The greatest point guard probably ever is Magic Johnson. Earvin Magic Johnson. No one has ever had this much success at the point guard position. They never did. At the point guard position, no point guard has ever had the success and the type of anything that Magic brought to the table. So the fact that Magic is not mentioned when he's definitely top 10 is unbelievable. Unbelievable to me. That is strange. That Magic Johnson's name is not even in the category. Of course he's over Shaq. Why wouldn't he be? Magic was a winner. From college, high school, to the pros. He won the national championship, and the very next year he won the NBA Finals. He saved the NBA. The NBA would have been bankrupt without Magic. Magic was able to sell and endorse the league. Before Michael took over, Doc was the guy, but Magic had the charisma. Nobody had that. Michael Jordan didn't even have that. He didn't have what Magic had. Mike didn't like all the cameras and all that. LeBron and Magic are close because they have that want to be in front of the camera, charisma type thing. They had that from the jump. That's the only thing LeBron and Magic got in common. They love being in front of that camera. Most players don't. Kevin Durant care about basketball. He don't care about commercials. He don't. He don't care about acting in commercials and doing all that. He want a ball. That's it. Michael Jordan had to get accustomed to that. He didn't like it at first. He started doing, but he wasn't as charismatic as Magic. He was not like Magic. No. Magic loved the camera. Michael didn't. He did it as a job. That's it. Whatever. But he really hated the cameras. He didn't really like it for the cameras. He grew tired of the cameras faster than Magic could ever imagine. Magic loved it 24 hours a day. Bird never liked the cameras. Never liked it. So Bird Games sold it. His gameplay, how he played the game every night, that dictated his greatness. What is anybody else gonna do at that point? Kwame Brown was bringing in some realness to the situation because he was a player. You know, his mom didn't come up from she had help from the system and everybody else. Like, he's like, look, it took a village to help him get there. It was men involved right along with his mother and everybody else. But they only want to promote the moms. Never the father. R.J. Barrett, when his father was up there with him, and you start seeing more and more of these dads.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Nundy Avenue.
But once they had all this stuff laid out, they didn't really want to do nothing about it. Like, they did it on draft night, and you never saw his daddy again.
Take the next left onto Nundy Avenue.
They only want to promote mama.
In a quarter mile, make a U-turn at Palm Avenue.
The hell am I making a U-turn for?
Make a U-turn at Palm Avenue.
Alright, I'm gonna make a U-turn. Man, somebody died right here.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Nundy Avenue.
Damn. What they wanted me to do? Jump over the rail to turn there? You can't turn there.
Take the next left toward South Tamiami Trail, US Highway 41 South, then turn right onto South Tamiami Trail. Take the next right onto South Tamiami Trail, US Highway 41 South, then turn right onto Nundy Avenue.
You telling me where I'm going? So, when you listen to Mr. Arenas break down the game, he only knows how to kiss ass. He think because he talked and he played.
Take the next right onto Nundy Avenue.
Don't nothing change. Don't nothing matter because he played the game. And because he played the game, that's all that matters.
Continue on Nundy Avenue for 2 miles.
Sit over there and talk about how you played the game. Doesn't matter but the way how you played it. And that's that. That's the only thing that matters is how he played the game. What directions he went in, what plays he designed, or what worked with him and didn't work for nobody else but him. This has been a stone failure. Everything that he has done really has been a stone failure as far as a player in the NBA. He was a role player. He was a franchise player that blew it. He had about 3 good years and he was done. He got injured, didn't rehab right, came back, got injured again, never was the same. So to say his mind and discipline was on point would be an understatement. Countless arrests for stupidity. And because he talks basketball, everybody is supposed to pay attention. No. He knows he played in the league. So did Kwame Brown. So did everybody else. And Kwame Brown don't sound like him, do he? Some things Gilbert will say will be correct. But then he goes into the agenda mode. And what's the agenda mode? Kiss ass at all costs. That's all he knows, is to kiss ass. So if you know that this is this person's purpose in the world and his whole existence, that's it. That is it. That's what he wants to do 24 hours a day, is to appease people who he feel are ahead of him successfully.
In a quarter mile, at the traffic circle, take the second exit onto East Bay Road.
And they'll protect you and take care of you. That's how you win. Is let another man take care of you. So become subservient to that other man is how you're going to keep your circle strong. Oh, I'm in the circle. Because he was out of the circle. Now he's back into the circle. So now he's feeling himself.
In 1,000 feet, turn left.
Yeah. He's really feeling himself now.
Turn left, then turn left.
Now, let me cancel this thing. Now, everybody who don't understand like what we be talking about or the things that we're saying, I get it.
Turn left, then your destination will be on the left.
Get it. I get it. I understand people don't like to say or see things in a light that don't make them look great. I get it. Honestly, I do. But the situation doesn't change. The narratives don't change. They stay the same. And those narratives are what goes around comes around. And everybody's Zentopia is not the same. What makes you tick and make you happy might not make another person happy. So I'm not mad at Gilbert for what he's doing. He's doing what he does. Like he was bragging to me, like, ha! Yeah! I'm just got this. I got this deal. I'm like, it's gonna be great for you. They're gonna give you these deals. I always told him that. He thinking that I'm saying they're not gonna give him a deal. They're gonna give you a deal because you are a ass kisser. Same thing I had told him flat out. You an ass kisser. They're gonna give you these deals because you're gonna kiss ass to get it. They know you're gonna follow and toe the line every time. You're not gonna give them any drawback, no feedback, no mouth. You're gonna dip your head low, put your hand in between your legs, cross your hands, put your hands in between your head, drop your head, and do as you're told. They reward guys like you. They pat you on the head and say, good boy. So he's thinking, oh, now we got support from the NBA. Now we got this. Oh, now we got, you're going to have these things. They're going to offer you all of these things because of who you are. That don't change anything. Talking about, I can have my opinion. Yeah, you can have your opinion. But when your opinion is biased, and you're only saying these things because of your alliance with LeBron James and Rich Paul and all of these bastards, and you won't tell it right. You're only going to tell it from a slanted point of view, one that favors you. Then, yeah, we see it. We get it. So, the agenda that's in the NBA right now, Gilbert can't talk about that. He won't. He's on a leash. He's afraid what's going to happen when they yank that collar back. So you're not going to get anything real out of him. All you're going to get is propaganda. So if you like to get lied to and want to hear propaganda, there you go. It's for you. It's right there. Dealing with Gilbert for the past 3 years, we know what he is already. Okay? Nothing new under the sun. Nothing new is going to surprise us from Gilbert Arenas. The Cowboys going to the Super Bowl? Yeah, if they buy tickets. Get Jerry Jones to buy some tickets, the Cowboys will be there. No one cares about this cup. No one cares about the tournament, especially when everybody knows your agenda is to give it to LeBron James. So no one really cares. If LeBron James wins this cup, what does it mean? What does it do? It does nothing. Just further expose the league for being corrupt. You got a team that can't beat any winning teams, but you put them on Tuesdays and Thursdays playing the lowest rated teams in the NBA and making them look like NBA champions. Then have the Denver Nuggets get completely annihilated by lesser teams on these days. It's like, come on. You mean to tell me the Denver Nuggets are going to score 80 points in a game? Come on. A whole game? The Denver Nuggets? That don't happen. But it does when you're playing in the tournament. It does when you're playing in this tournament. That Houston game was a monstrosity. And I like Houston. But 80 points for Denver? telling you, these Friday night games, not good. If LeBron James wins the NBA Finals, I'm done with basketball. If he wins, I'm done. Because this team is inferior. So there's no way they should even be contending for an NBA Finals. I mean, really, they're a 500 ball club. They're a terrible defensive team. They're 24th in the offense. What are we even talking about? Why are we even talking championship and Lakers? Seriously. The Dallas Cowboys haven't played anybody in about a month. Since the Eagles, they've had like 3 easy games in a row. About to have 4. They play the Seahawks next. That's 4 easy games in a row. So, while the Eagles are fighting all the hard teams, the Dallas Cowboys are going to have all their hard games towards the end. So this is fool's gold right now. When it gets to a winning team or a team you're going to have to play in the playoffs, Dallas is not beating those teams. They're beating up on the teams that are not going to the playoffs. And y'all eating that fool's gold right on up. Dallas does this to you every year. So I thought by now y'all would figure that out. Oh, they're an easy win. They're an easy win. Oh, most definitely. I think that it's mostly common for the majority of these people to say X, Y, and Z is, oh, this person is great, or that person is great. Oh, this person here, oh yeah, that person is something else. It's wonderful for them to do that. But for everybody else, not so much. You know? These guys are not really on that ball. Dallas pass defense. They can't stop the run. They can't stop the pass. They can't stop a damn thing. You can do whatever you want to Dallas. Other teams just don't know how to exploit it yet. But it'll happen. Don't worry about it. Now, Who will the Lakers get? Mm, probably DeMar DeRozan. I'm saying DeMar DeRozan is the most realistic thing because a guy that works for the Chicago Bulls told me like they're blowing the team up. Like they know they're not finna make the playoffs. So that's gonna upset the Bulls. They know they're not gonna sign DeRozan next year. So you might as well trade DeMar DeRozan ASAP. And in Zach LaVine's situation, Zach is, unhappy. So it's like time to split the two up. It's time to make some changes. Well, when you punch somebody in the throat, these things are happening. Man, look. Nobody cares, dog. We've talked about Gilbert Arenas the least this year. Like, we're done with that character. I only pointed it out because someone sent me the clip saying, why didn't I join the panel with these guys? Dreamers Pro is a real dude. He cares about the game. He speaks analytically. He breaks it all down. FYF Sports Debates is a hack. Don't take him seriously at all. He knows nothing about the game. They don't watch the game. They watch highlights and try to, not Dreamers Pro, but I'm saying that FYF guy is just a hack at what he does. And it's not somebody I take realistically serious. So I never had an opinion or anything that I could base on, that would make sense of the attitude of these fools. It's a lot of fools out here in the world. Try not to get a fool's oxygen. They needed to breathe. Hit them up pretty good at the casino today. I don't even know how much I won, to be honest. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 1,000. Okay. 1, 2. That's a 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1,700. Okay. Mix with this. 8, 9. Okay. Alright, we got $2,000. So that was $2,500 I had tonight. It's not bad. So I'll put 1,000 in the bank. Yeah, so when you think of people like, let's say Gilbert Arenas, right? Now, I never looked at Gilbert Arenas as somebody I respected. As a basketball player, his offensive skills, his approach to the game, yes. But other than that, no. Not like as a person or anything like that. His behavior was that of an immature child. Ain't nothing wrong with my car. What's wrong with these people? There's some goofiness right here. Man, everything is just hard. I don't know, this machine is wacky. Alright, Goof Troop. I keep the money. Now I got an extra 1,000 I gotta keep it on me. I don't know, these banks are crazy, man. You know, you gotta wait till the banks open up tomorrow. Bunch of goofy shit. Right, you see a whole bunch of agendas out here. You got these people trying to get other people canceled, and you seeing people go to court now because they sick of these people trying to, with no talent, with nothing going on in their life, trying to destroy somebody else. That's all they could do. So they spend their entire life every day waking up talking about somebody they don't even know. Like, this person that they're talking about has basically nothing to do with them, but they just latch on. It's not like, what has this person done for a living? Like, if I talk about LeBron James, it's about the nonsense he's done. If I talk about him, he plays basketball, you know, for the NBA. He's the poster boy for it. And I'm judging him on his actual skill set. And people are trying to tell me this is the greatest player they've ever seen in their life. I mean, I'm going to call bullshit on that. Now I know you're full of it. If you say this guy is better than Kobe Bryant, now you're lying. And you can have your opinion, as Gilbert likes to say. It's my opinion. How you gonna say I can't have an opinion? Bro, everybody has an opinion. This is not an opinion. It's bad. It's bias. That's a biased take when you know damn well that isn't true. He took a hot one for the views. Well, anything for the ratings, huh? I guess that got him popping, right? Poppy is popping. Yeah, well, sooner or later, everybody, gets put in their place. Whatever that means, right? And this is just another one of those moments. So, I mean, I don't care what Sister T do. Sister T can do whatever the hell it is that she do. Let them go crazy, making discords and whatever. I can care less. I don't deal with them. I don't deal with that side of trash. That stuff has been flushed out a year ago. Ben got rid of that garbage. Because I'm like, I'm not finna go through another year dealing with these nobodies. You know what I'm saying? It's just a repeated cycle of trash with them. It's like, why am I mentioning them? They're nobodies in this game. So there's no need to even bring them to the surface. Let them bottom feeders continuously feed on the bottom. They don't control or have any say to anything that's popping on this side. So, on that note, Cino's back in the crib. I enjoyed today. We had a lot of information go out. We did a lot of live streams. Well, we tried to do one from the crib. It got cut off, but now I think everybody got the full information, what I was trying to say the first time. Shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bus Life. Welcome to HD, Two Eyes TV, Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez, Armando Black TV. Armando, I'm up here looking like you with that Georgia shit on. Don't worry, December 2nd, boy, we and you gonna talk. Me and you gonna talk. Yeah, I just covered the fight on the Casino for Life channel. So, I'm out. See y'all tomorrow. Roll Tide.